Welcome to Dell's Barbershop, the place where you can come as you are and leave fresher than you arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new video to react to. JD Vance has a new book that he's on a publishing or press tour, press run, trying to get some promo on this book, and he stops by The View. I don't watch TV as much, but what I remember from The View is that they're very progressive in their views. I guess they try to balance it out for all the stay-at-home folks, the folks that watch daytime TV, the retired generation. And I guess you can say that from the whole video, the whole interview is 24 minutes, but there is an excerpt that I would like to review and talk about, because Whoopi asks a very good question, and we'll see if our vice president can answer it. So here we go.
About people, what did black people do to this administration that has allowed it to really stigmatize folks of color? And you know how hard it is. You have family.
Sure.
So when you see, things, the Emmett Till stuff coming down, or them doing all kinds of removal of information of black heroes, how does that sit with you?
Well, what exactly are you talking about, Whoopi? Because you just, I know Emmett Till was the kid. No, I want to know.
Now, the thing is, I was watching, this has nothing to do with what's going on right now, but I was watching a Mehdi Hassan video the other day, and he was saying that if he had the chance to interview the Trump administration, Trump or JD Vance, he wouldn't ask opinionated questions like, what do you think, or how do you feel? He would ask straight on questions, asking them for facts, asking them not for opinion, but what is the facts? What are the numbers? What is the data? What is the truth about the situation? Not how they feel. Because the thing about MAGA, they will use feelings when they're the party that's supposed to be facts over feelings. So you have to get the truth out of them. It's like you have to pry it out of them. And in this situation, I wish Whoopi had some facts with her. And so I want to bring those to light. Actually, I have a tab here from this website that was reporting on important Black history exhibits being removed from the National Museum of African American History, or otherwise known as the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. So here they say some of the artifacts that were removed were Harriet Tubman's book of hymns filled with gospels that she is believed to have sung as she led enslaved people to freedom through the Underground Railroad, as well as cloth made by enslaved people and a photo of the hip-hop group Public Enemy. Now, the reason why these things are being removed, they state that it's because of an executive order that President Trump signed called Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History. And its main goal is to challenge, or as they say here, remove exhibits that showcase improper ideology. So Harriet Tubman's Book of Hymns is improper ideology. A photo of Public Enemy is improper ideology. Cloth from enslaved people, improper ideology. Like, I wish Whoopi Goldberg was able to have this article on hand, because they also state that there are some other things that were removed. Let's see. I did see that there was something about the wood from one of the original slave ships was removed as well. So this country is trying so hard to remove slavery from its history when it happened. They want to, I guess, take an Orwellian route of rewriting history and saying, oh, that didn't happen. Right now in this phase of life that we're in right now, they're basically trying to gaslight us and say, oh, slavery wasn't that bad, or slavery was so long ago. But in reality, slavery may have been almost 150 years ago, but Jim Crow was just put down in 1965. And we still have little seedlings of Jim Crow tactics by the government still embedded in our system. So it befuddles me. Like, I have another article here because the Pentagon ended up taking some names off of their military website that honored certain men and women of, and I don't like using this term, but men and women of color. And they covered it up by saying, oh, it was just an accident. It was just an automatic takedown that we just had to revert. And it wasn't done intentionally. And so we have it here, Defense Department webpage honoring Black Medal of Honor recipient Army Major General Charles Calvin Rogers was taken down. Then the department actually temporarily changed the web address to insert the Medal of Honor, which then led to a 404 page not found message. And then a U.S. official said the website was mistakenly taken down during an automated removal process. But it's not the only one. Thousands of pages honoring contributions of women and minority groups have been taken down in efforts to delete material promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion, a step that a Pentagon spokesman, Sean Parnell, defended at a briefing Monday. So let's get back to what JD Vance has to say.
You don't know what I'm talking about. So in a lot of the museums, there's so many. Where they're taking down the actual history that happened in this country. Slavery happened. All kinds of stuff happened.
You see that look that he just gave just now? I don't like that look, because I think like, look at that look that he gave just now.
Happened in this country. Slavery happened.
Like, he gave her that look like, oh, she want to talk about slavery. She want to talk about Jim Crow. She want to talk about segregation. Oh, here we go. Like, I hate the MAGA talking points, and I hate the MAGA playbook of when we're going to talk about issues concerning the other minorities within this country, we just have the good old reliable of how we're trying to unify this country, and you want to make it about race.
All kinds of stuff happened, and it seems that it has been very easy for this administration to remove that and also to denigrate Black folks who have worked their behinds off to get this American dream. How do you, you know better.
So Sonny, that was actually a very helpful intervention, because I think the story you're talking about is where, allegedly the administration is holding back the appointments of people based on skin color. I've seen this story.
A host of things. I'm talking about Black history getting erased from public spaces. Black voter districts are being dismantled. Black leaders are being sidelined from our ranks. Where do Americans of color fit in this vision? Because it doesn't seem like we fit.
I think
I love what she said. Like, it happened in Memphis. We saw that district literally get disintegrated right before our eyes. We saw it in Louisiana. There's districts there that are getting disintegrated right before our eyes. In Alabama, the same thing is happening. Same thing is going on in plenty of other states right before our eyes. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Vice President? Because I know you have a hand in this. I know you're watching this. I know you're cheering it on.
Since October of last year, there's been something like 6,668 refugees allowed into the country. All but 3 were white South Africans.
So
that's another immigration video that I want to cook up, but I would just want to see how it plays out even further after midterms. So I'm gonna put that in the back pocket.
First of all, I'm very skeptical of that number, because we have a lot of different immigration pathways in the United States of America. But let me just address Whoopi's point. Look, first of all, you asked the question, and maybe you don't believe this coming from me, but I think everybody is welcome in our political coalition. Frankly, even if you didn't vote for us, everybody is welcome in our country, so long as you're an American citizen with the duties and the legal obligations and rights to be here. But Whoopi, let me just give you an example of this. Okay, so you say that we're anti-minority or anti-Black.
No, I didn't say that. I asked. See?
Well, okay, fine. Be fair.
Don't start it.
She said you are anti-Black.
All right.
Nah, Whoopi, you should have went there. I told you that you are anti-Black. What do you say about that?
I misinterpreted your question, but let me answer your actual question there. What I'm saying, I think, okay, look at Washington, D.C. One of the most democratic and one of the blackest, by share of population, blackest cities in the United States of America, has seen a radical decrease in violent crimes and sexual assaults and in murders. We have tried to take the crime issue seriously, in part because we believe everybody, whether you're black or white or rich or poor, deserves to live in a safe neighborhood.
But why does the crime? Where does the crime step in?
Same, Whoopi, same. We're not talking about crime. Crime is a different issue. What we're talking about is the systemic visibility of the history of this country. We're talking about monuments, artifacts being taken away because of an executive order signed by the president. We're not talking about crime.
This is not about crime. This is about
lost their jobs.
Right. This is about
Facts, those jobs too. We got to talk about those jobs that were slashed and cut away because of the Doge Bros.
This is about
Sonny, what you're saying is we got to do more on the economy.
And Black history is erased from public
Black history is not erased from.
Lies.
We do have to get to Ron when we get back. Some very important
I'm telling you, we celebrate Black history. We celebrate all American history in this administration.
Lies, which is why you're fighting so hard to get rid of Juneteenth. You're allowing a lot of companies to get rid of Juneteenth as a national holiday. A certain college that I love and I live nearby has already ruled that Juneteenth will not be celebrated as a government holiday. Winks at a certain college in Miami. That's all I'm about to say. But look at this administration. You see how they duck and dodge these serious questions. And these are simple questions. Either you stand on it or you don't stand on it. And I feel like this is him trying to soft launch himself into trying to be the next president, because he has some strong potential people that he's going to have to run against. The evil guy here in Florida, Mr. Ron, and some other people. So I think he's trying to soft launch this. I think he's trying to soft launch this babyface run that he's trying to run with the Republican Party. But you ain't getting no points with the black people from this interview. You have not gotten any points from us from this one, and you didn't do it. You didn't do yourself any favors. You just ducked and dodged, which is what your whole administration runs in their playbook. If you run a Madden playbook for the MAGAs, there's like 3 or 4 plays in them, and 2 of them is duck and dodge the question, and the other one is simply accuse you of being or having TDS. So let me know what you think. Get down in the comments, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video very soon.